Maggie's first day at the office. Maggie's heart raced a little as she arrived at her new office building. She paused outside, took a deep breath, and stepped through the large glass doors. The lobby buzzed with people moving briskly, carrying coffee cups and chatting on the go. With each step closer to the elevator, she felt a mix of excitement and nerves, wondering what her first day would bring. She made her way up to the seventh floor, where her new team worked. As soon as the elevator doors opened, her manager, Sarah, was there to greet her warmly. Sarah's smile instantly made Maggie feel welcome, and they chatted briefly about her commute. Then Sarah introduced her to a few colleagues nearby, making Maggie feel like part of the team from the start. After meeting everyone, Maggie felt ready to begin her day. Sarah suggested a quick tour of the office so she could get familiar with her new surroundings and know exactly where everything was. As they walked through the office, Sarah pointed out different departments and important spots like the break room and the supply closet. Maggie was impressed by how modern the office was, with open workspaces and small meeting pods scattered throughout. She even noticed a cozy corner with beanbags and thought, I might spend some time there. As they continued, Sarah explained the purpose of each section they passed. Maggie's initial nerves began to fade as she became more comfortable with the layout and the people. She appreciated this thoughtful introduction, realizing how it helped ease her into the new environment. They finally made their way back to her desk, where a small welcome card from the team awaited her. Now that she'd seen the place, Maggie felt more at home. Sarah encouraged her to settle in at her new workspace, decorated with small plants and even offering a view of the park. Taking a seat at her desk, Maggie let herself relax a bit, adjusting her chair and arranging her notebook and pen. She took a sip of her coffee, feeling ready to dive into her tasks. The quiet buzz of the office created a sense of energy around her, making her feel part of something bigger. Her computer was already set up, waiting for her to start her day. When Sarah came by, she showed Maggie how to log into the system, guiding her through the security steps and introducing her to the team's main software. Maggie quickly got the basics, grateful for Sarah's patience and clear explanations. She began exploring the tools, feeling eager to learn more and already imagining how she could contribute. Once she was logged in and familiar with the software, Maggie felt more prepared to tackle her first assignment. She'd been given a small project to start with, which helped her ease into her role without feeling overwhelmed. During a team meeting that afternoon, Maggie listened closely to everyone's ideas and updates. As the newest member, she didn't want to jump in too quickly, but she had some thoughts on the project they were discussing. After a few minutes of hesitation, she decided to speak up and share her perspective. Her voice was calm yet confident, and she could see her teammates nodding along as she explained her idea. The team responded positively, showing interest in Maggie's approach and discussing how they could implement it. She felt a sense of accomplishment, realizing she could bring value to the team even on her first day. It was a small moment, but it gave her the confidence boost she needed to keep contributing in future meetings. With her first contribution under her belt, Maggie was already looking forward to working more closely with her team. Sarah suggested she team up with Dan, a senior colleague, on her next project. The afternoon flew by as Maggie worked alongside Dan, diving into the details of their project. Dan was friendly and knowledgeable, explaining the ins and outs of the task while encouraging Maggie to take the lead on certain parts. She appreciated his guidance, and they quickly found a rhythm as they tackled different aspects of the assignment together. Working with Dan showed Maggie just how collaborative her new workplace was. She learned more in those few hours than she'd expected, gaining insights from Dan's experience while also feeling comfortable enough to ask questions. It was clear that teamwork was valued here, and Maggie felt lucky to be part of it. As they wrapped up for the day, Maggie felt a deep sense of satisfaction. She thanked Dan for his help and returned to her desk to complete her tasks and sign off. Finally, it was time to head out for the day. Maggie gathered her things, took one last look at her desk, and walked toward the exit, feeling both accomplished and ready to come back tomorrow. The first day had gone better than she'd hoped, and she felt like she was already part of the team. As she stepped out of the office and into the evening air, Maggie smiled to herself, thinking about all the new experiences she'd had in just one day. She couldn't wait to see what tomorrow would bring.